Hey guys, welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. This is video number 7 on my non-fight series on 5.3, completion with least amount of units. Today we are going through Act 5.3.5 with Cornered and Spike Path. Also guys, make sure you check out the description for timestamps for all the fights in this path so you can skip ahead wherever you like. So this quest has damage advantage for skill class, so that's why I took Crossbones and Winter Soldier. You can also, if you have a Black Widow, it's much more advisable to take Black Widow with Crossbones because they are the best to counter this path. Also, I took Quake for the synergy with Crossbones, and also she's very good against Abomination. And then I took Voodoo because there's a lot of fights that are against Cosmic Champions, and Voodoo is great as well, and also he's a really good boss killer. And then the fifth champ is Archangel. You can take any other champ who can deal with Spidey on this path. If you have a Black Widow, she will do the job as well, but I would suggest you to take one champ specially to deal with the Spidey that is coming up. And one more thing guys, I'm just using 550 champs for the sake of this video to make sure it's like a guide for people who don't have deep rosters. That is really doable. But if you have 455 champs or even 565 at this point, please go ahead and use them. The path would be much faster and much easier. So if you enjoy the video and you find it really helpful, please go ahead, like it, share it, subscribe and comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot guys. So the first fight was up against Thor. It's at this point there is no spike armor or corner that is there. It's just a very simple fight with no nodes on it. Voodoo does an amazing job. Just make sure you stack up the poisons and you control his power, and then it was a pretty simple fight. Next up we have King Groot. So the idea with King Groot is you bait out a heavy, or when he is in fury mode, you just need to be careful that if you parry him, he will shrug it off. So what I usually do, I just go to a L1 with Voodoo and start spamming his poison ability. So in that way, I can get an L2 faster also, and also I can do power control. And then once you have him in the corner, you can just go into 4 hits, swipe back, 4 hits again. You can just keep intercepting him, and it's a much faster and easier fight instead of blocking and waiting for him to shrug off the stuns and all of that. I do take some hits, but then I recover as well and I kill him really quick. So yeah, so just make sure that you look after the Furies when he shrugs them off. He can be really annoying if we don't take care about it. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I hope it helps you out. So right there again, I'm waiting to L1. Try not to give him an L2, because if you miss an L2 and he puts a poison on you, it's really annoying. But other than that, you will see I just took him in the corner. I'm just controlling his power, and then at that point he doesn't have any other choice but to rush me. And when he does rush me, I can go in with the intercepts. Next up we have She-Hulk. So this is from this fight, the spike armor and corner power that used. I just use Crossbones because he's just amazing. And with increased ability accuracy with Quake, he does an amazing job. Should She-Hulk any L1 or L2, it's fine. With L1 you just need to be careful that after the initial hit you just have to wait like half a sec before you swipe back. And other than that, Crossbones just really hits so hard. Just make sure you keep swiping your L1. Do understand that if you use your L2, that will put the damage over time on your opponent, and they will gain extra power when you hit them because of the cornered node. So I always try to go and use L1 with crossbones, and he just really lays in the damage. Then you have Luke Cage. I wouldn't suggest going with Black Widow in front of Luke Cage because he has physical resistance, so he becomes really annoying. I find Crossbones to be the best counter to him because one, he not only negates his physical resistance, he also negates the spike armor path as well. So Crossbone is all around amazing. All you need to do is to stay back and bait his L1s and L2s. So don't take your block damage, just stay back. I just took some block damage for no reason. So just stay back whenever he has an L1, L2, bait it out, it's very easy and it will give you an opening to go back in again. So yeah, he goes down really fast against crossbones. And then we have Hulk. So if you have a Black Widow for this fight, you can use Black Widow. Black Widow is much better against Hulk because he negates his fury, and also she has bigger critical hits than Crossbones. Crossbones is more of a consistent damage. So as you will notice, I am not letting him use his L1 much. So the key to this fight is make sure Hulk goes to L2. How you can do that by making sure that you have a really close distance with Hulk. If you create a distance, he will use an L1, and sometimes his L1 can be really dodgy to evade. So you need to get the timing down. So the key to this fight is make sure you keep your distance less between you and Hulk. You will take a bit of block damage because of Hulk's sig ability, his damage increases, but that's okay. As long as you get him down in one shot, that would be amazing. So for this one, just make sure that you're careful with the L1. Make sure you just push him to L2, and as soon as he uses L2, you can go in and lay on your damage and make sure you spam your Okay, next up we have Spidey. Just make sure you bring one hero specifically to deal with Spidey because he can become really hideous on this path. So I didn't have a Black Widow, so otherwise I would have used Black Widow, but I did have an Archangel. I know it's a cornered path. With all these debuffs you will gain a lot of power. So the last fight before the boss is Angela. Pretty easy fight because she does not have the spike or cornered node. I'm just going it with Voodoo because one, Voodoo is amazing against her because he has class advantage against Angela, and Angela has a lot of buffs, so you can easily get your power bars because of MD, and also you can stack a lot of poison in all those buffs. So at this point I'm just trying to use Voodoo to get some health back before the boss because I'm gonna use him against the boss as well. So yeah, as you can see, 7 stacks and 4 stacks of poison and 2 stacks of power leaf, and then I use an L2 on odd again. So yeah, it's pretty quick fight. Once you have the power and control, you can go in the corner and keep intercepting. So Voodoo is just amazing when it comes to intercepting as well, but it takes a bit of time to build up the power and to reduce the enemy's power to 0. And then finally we have the boss fight, that is BPCW with Optimus node. So he can be really annoying. So there are a few tricks to fight him. That you have to make sure that you bait out his L1s and his heavies. As soon as he baits out an L1 or he baits out an heavy, you can go in Sometimes L1 is a bit dodgy to evade because he gets you and then you bleed to death, so I would suggest to push him to L2. But then if you can't do that, just you can block until he drops a heavy and then you can go kill him. I know you will take block damage, but then again at this point you will have like at least 2 to 3 champs up, so you can afford to die and you can get done with another champ. So yeah, right there again, what I'm doing, I'm just baiting his heavy and then going in, and with voodoo I'm able to negate all of his armor, and then I use an L2 to control his power. So now I have him in the corner, he does not have any power. I throw another L3. Now all I need to do is to keep corner intercepting him. As long as I don't parry him, I will not get stunned. Right there again, intercept and back. Yes. So as long as I don't parry him, he won't stun me back. So the best way is to just keep intercepting. The more you intercept, the faster is the fight. Once again guys, make sure that you check out the description and the comment section for the timestamps for this video, as I know it's a long video, so you can skip ahead to or skip back to any fight you want. Also guys, if you haven't checked out my channel, go ahead and check it out. I have quite a few war videos, and also I have tips and tricks and guides for some of the worst parts of Act 5.4 and Act 5.3 as well. If you look down in the description, there is also a PDF, a link to a PDF for 5.4 in which all of these videos are compiled together. So I hope you find all of that really helpful guys. If you do find it helpful, please go ahead, like, share and subscribe. All of that really helps me out a lot. Let me know in the comment section what you think or what other parts you want to see. It would all mean a lot to me guys. Other than that guys, have a great day and I'll see you next time.